Des, what did it mean to not just have the game that you had, get the win, but to do this in your home state?
This is one thing I always wanted to do, play in front of, a lot of people that I know, playing in my own, it's not my city, but, my state. And, this is something I've been looking forward to. I took this game very personal. I wasn't recruited by them, but, I'm happy that we got a chance to play them.
At what point in the week did you, you're questionable, but when do you think I'm playing?
My mindset always, I got to play, this is Florida State. But, I took it day by day. Everything was getting better every day. It was a game time decision. I felt real good today, and I went out there.
How do you feel after? I think the TV broadcast said you may have been thrown up on the sideline at one point.
Oh yeah, this was first game back. I've been out for 3 weeks now, and it was tough out there. Threw up a couple times, but I tried to find a way, just to be there for the team and help them win.
How do you think you were able to get so open so frequently in the middle of the field?
Really, come from Mason and our receivers, and Cade as well. A lot of defense we play, they don't want to get beat deep, so they'll drop linebackers back, just to make sure they don't get beat deep, and I'm wide open right there. And Mason gave me them, he threw the ball to me, and I made some shape.
What are your impressions of Mason after your first game action with him?
I've been knew Mason was a dog during the spring. I've been seeing, how he played. He just have a pro mindset. He keeps getting better every game. He gonna keep getting better. He's a leader too. He talks to us a lot. Like he said, he threw 2 picks. He never came to the sideline with his head down. He blamed himself for it and said, "We gonna get it back." So I love Mason. He a dog.
What does it say about this team? You guys had a bunch of injuries coming into today. I know you weren't, necessarily feeling your best, but what does it say to be able to kind of withstand the storm, withstand everything that went wrong, and pull out a win?
Really, it started with practice. This is a game we really was looking for. They're a ranked team. We lost 2 games earlier and then won the game last week. And we trying to win, man. We got to do. We can't lose no more games. That's our mindset. And no matter who's out there, we're gonna find a way to get a win. And, that's what happened.
Coach said that there was maybe some trash talk on the field from Florida State, particularly towards the offensive line. What can you say about their efforts today?
O-line did their thing. I'm not gonna lie. They did their thing. The big talk about Florida State with their D-line. O-line did very good. I'm super proud of them boys. I can't really even say too much about it, but I'm just happy for them boys and happy with it. They helped us get this win. They made Mason comfortable back there. They made everybody comfortable. We just got the win.
How many family friends did you have today? It's a long drive from Miami, but how many people?
Sure, I can't even count. Cause I got a couple friends that I went to high school or that's from Miami that go to school up here. So it was a lot of people. Here at this game.
You said you weren't recruited by Florida State, but did you camp with, say, Miami, Florida, USF, Florida State? Did you camp with some of the big schools?
Mainly all the Florida teams. I went to camps. That's why I took this game first. I showed my face to their campus, and they didn't recruit me. No, I don't want to hate them or nothing. But I just took this game very personal.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.